3, 4, shut the door.
5, 6, pick up sticks.
Okay.
7, 8, close the gate.
9, 10,
I don't even know if that's
count
what it is.
again.
Oh my god. I don't even know if that's what it is.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10. Then you can either say, let's count again, or a big fat hen.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Well, anyways,
So I
hey,
guess
what's
that's-
up, everyone?
Yeah, I guess that's the intro. Heyo.
Hey, everyone, that's the intro. How you guys doing? Welcome to episode 18 of the Lagged Out podcast. I hope you guys have had good connection this week.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. I know Joe has, or this past week.
It's so good.
Because Joe had good connection with
We'll
his
talk
game.
about that later.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. Got a lot to talk about this episode. Played some new games, or at least I did. Joe played a mediocre game, and a lot last week. Maybe shed a few tears. Maybe you didn't. You need to watch the stream to watch.
There were a few tears.
Yeah,
But they rested in my eye. They didn't run down my cheeks.
it's still a tear. Your
I know.
duct's
I'm not
still-
saying it's not. I'm just saying like it wasn't.
I know,
Like,
it's okay. I'm trying to think if I've ever cried in a video game.
but like I was holding back. Like if I wasn't streaming, it would just be like the whole
I feel
time.
like you cried in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever cried in a video game. I think
Wow.
maybe
You're just-
cried
you're
during
soulless then.
the. Yeah, I am. I need to be in Kingdom Hearts, but I think I cried maybe possibly. I teared up possibly in Last of Us / Uncharted / I'm trying to think if there was another one. It's one of those like story-driven games. I might have done that, but I'm not sure. I don't think so, because I'm not weak. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of caring. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever teared up. I probably teared up from being so mad at like FIFA or something, but or yelling at the Great Yagras. But yeah, I don't think so. Spider-Man's the only thing you've teared up in besides Kingdom Hearts. Joe's like, no, every game I've played.
Recently, anyways. Yeah, because like everything before that wasn't really like emotional or anything. It was more like, oh, it's Destiny or whatever, or like, oh, it's Monster Hunter World
Dude.
or whatever.
When Cade and Destiny like that, that was emotional.
Not really.
Actually, I did like I don't want to spoil anything, but I did like the end part of Cade's mission in Destiny Forsaken. I thought it was actually that one. I actually did feel emotions for. Now that I remember, that is like the last time I felt emotions in a game, because that was pretty like, dude, that was pretty intense. Did you ever get the Ace of Spades?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because like the last thing with like Ikora, that was pretty sad.
Oh,
like-
yeah, you're talking about like the chests or whatever.
The
caches
chest,
that
because
you have to get.
he like secretly like I guess admired Ikora, but he always like trolled her. Like,
Well, she was also
based on
like
that.
someone who like sort of like verbally acknowledged him, whereas like Zavala was just like, Cade, you're a fool. But we need you on the Spire team, so get over here.
Cade, you are
So-
a fool. Yeah, no, that actually was kind of sad. Now that I remember.
Whereas Ikora would be like, that was stupid, but I admire like your tenacity or something like that. You know?
Yeah, I feel like they were sleeping together.
No,
Definitely, they would have made like warlock
Nope.
babies.
nope.
Yeah, but that was actually kind of sad. Now that I remember that was really good actually.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, also like Cade was their best character. Like, let's be real.
I know, which I hope he comes back, but I don't know if that'll happen. He might.
7.
I guess technically he can based on the lore
Cade
of
7.
Yeah, Cade 7. Someone said he might come back like evil, which would be interesting. But I hope if he does, I hope he's still a troll.
I don't know, because like when you wipe them, you know, that's what like Banshee 22 or whatever his name is. Like he's been wiped that many times, and like their personality can change when that happens. So
yeah, what if Cade 7 is just like really boring?
what if he's like Savala?
Like that was like his request. If he ever got wiped, he wants to become Savala.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That's interesting. But yeah, enough about emotions.
We're gonna come back to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we will. Like right now, I guess.
No, we can move on. You had something in mind, apparently.
Oh yeah, so I did. So I downloaded the accordion demo.
What?
Anthem. You know,
Why'd
it's
you
Anthem.
call it accordion though?
Because Anthem is like a form of like song and music. It's in the music
Okay,
industry.
but
So I said
why
accordion because it's an
accordion?
instrument.
Why not
So
say like
it relates-
party rock anthem demo or something?
I could have said rave or something, or just some sort of musical term.
That doesn't really make
term.
sense though.
Anthem is like, oh, that was an anthem, right?
Anthem is like a theme song.
Right. So I could have said like something to the like.
So you would need something that's similar to theme song.
But that was the point. I wasn't trying to make it similar.
Yeah,
I was
it
trying
was
to
just
make
a
it
bad
stupid.
joke. Moving on.
Exactly. Well, I played Anthem Friday. Was it Friday? Wait, Friday. Yeah. Played Anthem Friday. Or no, was it Saturday? No, Friday and Saturday. Sadly, I wasn't here Sunday, but I actually really enjoyed the game. And besides it having like, you know, bugs and stuff, which was kind of expecting, which I didn't really run into many bugs, but I did run into some audio bugs. I did have a few connection issues with some of with when I was in like the middle of something, I would get disconnected. And I was definitely dropping some frames on PS4, which this is all issues they know about apparently. I don't know if they'll be fixed, but besides that though, like it was addicting. Like I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm like leaning towards possibly getting it, but I don't know yet, because the thing that is only worrisome for me is, which I was watching this dude's video today on YouTube about like why you probably shouldn't buy it on day one, but he's gonna do it because he's like a creator, you know, or whatever. But like why it might not be a good idea because there's just a lot of questions that aren't answered. But basically, you know, it's a loot and shooter for anyone that doesn't know what that is. So it's like Warframe,
it's Diablo,
Destiny,
but it's guns and Iron
right?
Man.
It's like it's like Warframe, Diablo, Borderlands, Destiny, you know, those kind of things. They're very similar to all that. And so like obviously in those games you have like a grind and you have in game and all this other stuff. But the guy made a good point. He was saying like when Warframe, Destiny, you know, all these loot and shooters came out, they didn't always have an amazing end game when it came out at release. Like it took time for their end game to kind of develop. So he said you should probably give it that chance, because if you're going to give like Warframe, you know, that and like, you know, all this other stuff, right? What is this picture you just sent?
No, don't worry about it.
Wait, what the heck? What is that supposed to be?
So I don't know if we'll show this. I mean, it's not like bad or anything, but like, so
It's definitely NSFW.
no, it's not. So I'm chatting with people in Discord while I'm like half listening to Adam talk about how bad Anthem is. I'm sorry, accordion. And basically like I was wondering if there was like a fancy pants like emote or something that I could use, but there's not. But there's a top hat emote in this channel that I'm talking in. So I did the top hat, and then underneath it I put like an emote of a seal, so it looks like the seal's wearing the top hat. And then someone did like a Pikachu under the top hat, and then the next person did the seal, but instead of a top hat they did a taco.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
Interesting.
go on.
Well, anyways, so yeah, I know this is gonna be kind of a long rant, but I just want to explain and give you my opinions on it. But
yeah, that's
basically,
up when you're done.
so okay, thank you. So basically, the biggest question obviously is like the microtransactions, and they've said that they are strictly only cosmetic, which that's one plus. Okay. The second thing is though, they have not, this guy's video is actually really funny because they have not admitted or said, like people have have suspected and kind of hacked in or data mined in a little bit, and like have seen possible, like, and they like guess the conversion rate, because there's like coins which you earn in game, and then there's like, you know, another currency which you can buy through like the vanity store, and basically they kind of did some math and tried to guess like the conversion, that like basically they saw some skins that were like $20, and so people were kind of scared of that, because like it's kind of like the Call of Duty thing where, you know, yeah, if it's only cosmetic, it's not that big of a deal. Like I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's the whole principle of the fact that like they're going to make it, if that's the case, they might end up making it to where it's just a little too long to grind to get the stuff in game, that you just kind of feel like you have to spend money in a sense. And that's what people are scared of, because like, you know, if you have to grind like a crap ton, like you did in Destiny 2 for like when their microtransactions were bad, then it's going to suck, because it's like, you know, he made a point that like, you know, loot and shooters, you like how your character looks. Like that's the point of the game pretty much. Like, you know, you want your character to look good. And so if they make it where the threshold's really bad and you feel like you have to buy stuff to like customize your characters, that's where it's going to really like blow up on them. But he said they just really don't know yet. So that's one of the like big concerning things. And that's actually not what I'm too concerned about, because the customization in it was really cool. Like I made like this all black javelin or whatever, which are like the people that you play in the game.
Yeah.
And I was playing like the fast one. It's called an interceptor. And dude, the flying is like epic. Like it feels so awesome. Like you just like flying through these like crazy looking worlds and like doing flips in midair, and like it's insane. Like some streamers had to take their motion blur off and stuff, because like they were making their viewers motion sick, because that's like how realistic it is. And like screen shake and stuff. But the flying is absolutely so fun, and it was like this melee character, and I was just like going in on people, and it was freaking awesome. But the only other thing though that I'm concerned about, and this is like the last thing with the game that I noticed, was the end game. So we had talked about it briefly before, how like they have strongholds, which are sort of like strikes.
Yeah.
So they had one in the demo, and I played it, and it was really fun. But they only have 3 at launch, and so there's that. There's legendary contracts, which you can do once a day, and free roam, which is kind of like patrols, you know, Destiny. But there's like world events and all that stuff, right? That's supposedly the end game at launch, and there's 5 difficulties, which are apparently supposed to make it more replayable, because like with the strongholds, you can do normal, hard, Grandmaster 1, Grandmaster 2, and Grandmaster 3, and each tier has like an increased rate of like rarity drops, and like you get like, it's obviously harder. And they played like the first tier of Grandmaster 1, because they got to play, some people got to play early, like at EA or BioWare or whatever. They didn't have that unlocked for the demo, and they said that was like really hard. And so obviously like you level your character up by getting like better gear, better guns, and that's how you can like, you know, fight harder things. But that's kind of my only concern, is like if the end game is just kind of bland at first. That's why I just don't know if I should get it yet. But the thing is like the guy in the video said, like if he gets 50-60 hours out of the game, then he's pretty happy about that. Like if they because they're releasing a roadmap of the next year, like 2 weeks after launch, and they're doing like raids and stuff eventually, and they're doing like other free DLC or whatever for like in-game stuff, which will be on that roadmap. And I think the raids are supposed to come out kind of like the same time period as like Destiny did. So it was like probably, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks, right? Or it was like 3 weeks, I think, when the raid came out after the launch.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think that's their plan. But it seems like if I got it, the campaign is supposed to be pretty long, because like it's up to level 30, like that's max level. And I was playing, and I only gained like 3 levels, and so I feel like if I played that and then like grinded to like the highest difficulties of the strongholds, like I feel like by the time that was over, new stuff would be out pretty much. So I don't know. I don't really know what to do about that, because It was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed it. And it was like really fresh. Like it was kind of like Destiny mixed with like all these other games, but it was like its own kind of deal. So I don't know. It's definitely, but I haven't made a decision yet if I'm gonna get it because it comes out on like February 22nd.
I'm not going to get it.
Huh?
I'm not gonna get it.
I know you're not because you're not gonna play that. You're playing other stuff.
Well, also I'm just gonna wait and see like what the first like big update is, like the first expansion or whatever. See how it is, like how the state is and stuff. And also, I'm gonna get it on PC, not console. So just keep that in mind if you do make your purchase.
Yeah. So the only thing about that though is the PC. It was not looking great. So
I've heard the opposite.
no,
I've heard
not
PC
not at
runs
all.
fine and console is like meh.
No, PC actually runs worse than console, and the reason it runs worse is the controls, the flight, and it drops a lot of frames too, and it also has a lot of performance issues. It actually is worse. Like if you look up a lot of the videos, a lot of people were having trouble with PC versions of it because the flight is really terrible on PC, and like apparently a lot of the controls are too. Like it basically wants you to play with the controller, but even then it like doesn't optimize well. So I don't know. I would like to get on PC too. Like I was thinking about that too cuz I'm only like I have like a goal for my PC or whatever, so I'm only about I believe I'm like under $300 left that I've sold things I'm not using. So under $300 left I think, and then I can get my PC. I was just actually looking at the specs for the PC version right now, and it runs like, and it just needs like 8 gig RAM, which I'll have. You have 16 gigabyte RAM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs like, I need to look at the graphics, the graphics card and everything, make sure I'd have enough for it. Because I was also thinking about that too. I'm not sure yet if I would, because I don't know if the PC I'm getting would run it that great, and if it's already having performance issues, like I just don't know if I'm going to get it on PC. It just depends. But I will keep that in mind for sure because it would be fun to play on PC with you or whatever. But we would have to play with a controller. I know that unless they fix something. Well,
that's just even more reason I'm going to wait then.
Well, right. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to wait. The only reason why I was considering getting it when it came out was because I would maybe want to make like videos on it and stuff because it is really fun. And I do really enjoy it. Or I did really enjoy it for like the 5 to 6 hours I played it. I probably played it more than that, but yeah, no. So that's the only reason, like pretty much why I would want to get it. But I mean, I waited for like, I waited for Black Ops 4. I waited like a month until I got it, and that was a good game. I really enjoyed that game. But yeah, I'm not sure yet because that comes out right when the Monster Hunter Festival ends, and so I'd be able to do a lot of Monster Hunter stuff, play a lot of Monster Hunter and everything, do all the events, and then like if I got that, then I could just like play that for a while, and make some videos on that too because it seemed fun. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm not positive, so I'm just kind of scared still. But it's like I don't know if I'm gonna miss out on much like content wise, like if I don't get it earlier. Like obviously people will make videos and they'll be out before my videos, so like I just don't know yet. I'll have to really just see if they release any other information, but we will stay posted to that. But I would like to get on PC though, if I can. I just don't know if my computer will. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but yeah. Are you basically getting like any game on PC now?
Yeah.
Besides like exclusives or whatever.
Yeah.
Assuming.
Like the only reason I got Red Dead on PS4 was because it's not on PC yet. Only reason I got Kingdom Hearts because it's not on PC. But I probably would have got that on PlayStation anyways, just because like I've played them all on PlayStation, so it's like why not?
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean I think
I'd
that's
be playing with the controller anyways.
I think that's what I would do anyways. I mean, I think that's what I'll do. Like, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Basically because my PS4 is just really old. Because we have like the original PS4s, and I'm definitely starting to see some like performance differences, at least compared to like Sean's Pro. And I'm not gonna buy a PS4 Pro. Like, I would just wait until they came out with like another one. Yeah, like I just don't think it's worth it.
PS4.8.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, they said they were rumoring like a PS5 coming out like next year or something. So I don't even know.
The whole console thing is interesting because like, where are they gonna go?
No, I know. I don't know. I mean, basically, the PS4 is old though. I mean, the PS4 came out, and I mean, it's old. It's about its cycle. I mean, it came out in 2014 because I was a junior in college when I got it. Mm-hmm. And wait, no, that was 2013, dude. So it's been 5 full years, and so that's pretty long because PS3 came out in like, when did that come out? That came out, I think, when I was in like middle school, like 8th grade or something. And so that was a long time ago too. Yes, that was about like 6 years span. So I don't know. It could be coming out. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, but yeah. So I'm not gonna get a Pro. So I'm thinking that most of the games I get, I'm gonna get on this PC when I get it. Just gotta sell a few more things I'm not using, and I'm gonna upgrade the RAM and stuff to it. But right now I did like benchmarks for it. Like, I looked at the benchmarks and it runs things really great. So yeah, but that's my spiel on Anthem. I wanted to update you guys on that, and I will let you guys know if I do get it, because I might get it and just play it and see how it is, and let everyone know, so you can either get it later or get it now, however it's going. But I'm not sure yet. It just depends. So yeah. Any thoughts on that, Joe?
Nope.
What have you seen? Have you seen anything? Have you read anything about it
about Anthem?
Yeah.
I just know that like the little beta test that they had like before like the demo was like pretty crap.
Oh, okay. Well, what was the problem with it? Do you know? I'm trying to think if there's any same problems.
Servers were bad, and apparently they also used like a 6-week-old build. Like, they did that on purpose, but it's like, why?
What do you mean, a 6-week-old build?
So like the work that they had completed 6 weeks ago, that's what people played. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's like there were probably bugs that they've already fixed, but like in that build, they're still in there because it's 6 weeks old or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you like have people play that? It just, I don't know. It didn't make sense. And then the one guy I watched said, the servers were like down for like ever. PC people could like sort of get in, but consoles was like, haha, have fun. Just like staring at your TV screen. And then he said like PC it ran better than consoles. I'm pretty sure he said that anyways, but
that was for the beta though.
Yeah.
Okay, so it definitely switched for the demo then, because basically like people were able to play it on PC, but basically it ran it has more problems in general on PC. Like it apparently it just doesn't, it's not optimizing well. Like the menus and stuff don't work great on PC because it's weird. Like the dude I was watching was like, because I noticed this too, like when you use the menu and you scroll over, there's like a delay, and he's like, I don't know why the hell they made a delay in the menu. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's like when I click over, like, that's what I want, I want it to move over when I click. And so apparently like on PC, there's like, it just affects it more apparently because it just doesn't make sense. But their servers were pretty good for the demo. Like they fixed a lot of that. They fixed, I think, a lot of the bugs. Like I said, I ran into some audio stuff, which, wasn't terrible, but that was, I think it got a lot better. I don't know how, when that beta came out, I don't know how many days ago before the demo happened, but was that the VIP thing?
Yes. Like
okay.
The people who like pre-ordered and got early access or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, I can say that from what I experienced, I did not have too many issues, and it seemed like it ran pretty well. Um, basically, I had like 3 disconnections within like 7 hours, which for me wasn't. I'm fine with that. It was okay. Like, but yeah. So maybe it got a lot better. I didn't play the beta or whatever, but yeah, so we'll see. I will say this, it doesn't have PvP, which is really good apparently, and I think it's good for the game because a lot of people are actually glad it doesn't because they think that PvP, which is an interesting discussion because they think PvP in like MMOs and stuff kind of make it worse because the developers have to figure out like, okay, this weapon's totally broken or ability's totally broken in PvP, so we need to nerf it. And then like they have to like a lot of times they have to figure out how it works in PvE too. And it's like, do you nerf it in PvE as well? That's what like a lot of these people were saying because like that's how Destiny was, like people were like, oh my gosh, this ability is like so stupid, and like they would nerf it, right? But without a PvP community, then you're not going to have those issues, and they can like focus on like not nerfing anything. They can focus on like buffing things, in PvE to help, if there's any like weak things, and they don't have to worry about PvP. So I thought that was like interesting. I don't know what you think about that, but like I actually am fine with it not having PvP.
Yeah, I mean, I never played Destiny or Division for the PvP. I mean, the PvP in Destiny is fun when it's not dumb, but like, yeah, like I mean, I feel like in Anthem it'd be like ridiculous just because like everyone would be so mobile and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
no, I agree. No, I'm just saying. I thought that was
if they were
interesting.
creative with it and not just like, oh, team deathmatch. Now, if they were creative, like, oh, like Gambit game mode or something, like, not necessarily Gambit, like copy paste it, but like something creative like that, where it's like a mixture of PvE and PvP, or like just something that's not just like, all right, who can kill who the fastest or whatever. So
yeah, no, I agree. Like, so I think that's cool though, and I'm kind of interested to see the story. The character is actually really cool because it's BioWare, so they have like all voice acted stuff, like cinematic, like you know what I mean, like and like what's it called, Mass Effect and Dragon Age Origins. They have like very elaborate like voice acting, and they have like choices you can make. So like there's cause and effect and stuff, which is interesting because it's a loot and shoot. I don't know if there's any loot and shoots that have that are like the things you say like matter kind of deal. But there's one character, Matthias, that I think you would think is like really funny. He's like a troll, and I don't know. He kind of just reminded me of like the Cade 6 character in my opinion, but he was kind of funny actually. But yeah, that's my take on the anthems or the accordions, as I like to say. So I don't know. We will see what happens.
yeah.
But all right, I guess it's time to talk about your game
Oh, so
that
it's my turn to rant now.
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's not really a rant though. It's more like just like praises galore.
I wasn't really ranting about that. I was just giving an update on it.
It was more like just it was like an essay.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to like give my
Verbal essay.
assessment. So,
I don't even know where to start.
Okay, so let's start with this. Kingdom Hearts did not get great reviews.
That's a lie.
It actually did get like a 78 on Metacritic.
No, it did not.
I just saw it. It said 78.
Maybe on like Xbox or something.
No, it said 78. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm not saying it was bad. I just thought that was interesting because I thought it would get like a 90 something. Metacritic. So okay, it got an 86. I don't know why, but it got an 86 on PS4.
Yeah.
And then on Xbox, it got a 76, 79. I don't really understand that though. Like, is it any different?
I want to read the reviews for that. and
I
just,
really
see what
thought it
people
would get higher than
say.
86 though.
Let's see.
Oh, there's always
What
a 0.
There's way less reviews. There's 3 negative reviews.
Dude, I feel like there's always a
A
dude
0.
that gives a 0. It starts out the same way. This guy says 0, absolute garbage. None of the charm of the previous Kingdom Hearts games. Dumbed down and floaty combat. No mini map. A cop out conclusion. Boss fights. No post game. Invisible walls all around. Made even worse by the expanded vertical corridors that showcase the limitations in all of its inglory. This is an abomination. It wasn't worth waiting for the development hell. FFVIIR is doomed to under the horrible direction of Namanura. 0 of 12 users found this helpful.
That's funny.
I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense.
That guy clearly like is butthurt or something. Because
there's always a guy that's. I think it's just a troll.
He said there's no mini map. You have to find the map first to get a mini map, and they literally like put it in like this big chest in front of where you spawn every time you go to a new world. Like it's right in front of you. You can't miss it. But I guess he missed it on every single world somehow.
I thought the combat was supposed to be floaty. Like, aren't you supposed to fly around?
So by floaty, it doesn't mean like, oh, like you can fly and stuff. It means like, you spend time in the air. Like, you spend like kind of a long time like falling down. Whereas like in Kingdom Hearts 2, the combat was really like snappy because it was like bam, 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 you're done and like you're back on the ground. Whereas in 3, it's like bam, 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 and then like now you're back on the ground. Which
Gotcha.
I mean, I do miss the snappiness of KH2, but like KH3 is its own thing. It's a brand new engine because their old engine couldn't handle what they wanted to do with KH3, so they had to switch to Unreal Engine. So it's like it's a new engine, so it's new physics, and I guess they just couldn't like recreate the physics of their old engine, so like that's why it's different. But like it's not that noticeable in my opinion, like unless you're someone who like plays the game like every day, like speedrunners or something. Like, but for someone who's just like casual or just like
it might be the best speedrunner in the world. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean maybe, I don't know. But like yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was fine, but that dude is just stupid, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean he's probably really dumb.
I'm looking at the Xbox ones just to see like why people like why it has a lower score. There's only 3 like negative reviews, but there's also like way less reviews than like the PlayStation one.
Well, it's wasn't it new on Xbox? Like, wasn't the other ones not on Xbox before?
Yeah, so all of them have been on. Well, the main 2 have been on PS2, and then all the other ones are like handhelds, like 3DS and PSP and stuff. So this is the first time it's ever gone to the Xbox, like besides a console besides PlayStation.
Gotcha.
This one guy says it's pretty rough. This game plays like we all never left the PS2. It lacks the innovation from the games that followed. The combat system doesn't feel updated, which is a false. But feels really close to the original 2 game. What? Okay, it doesn't feel updated, but feels really close to the original 2 games. How is that a bad thing, though? The graphics in this are weird, or in this weird in-between stage where it looks like they try to update what they started working on for the current generation. What? I don't know. This guy's stupid, too.
I'm telling you, dude, people are dumb.
Once you're in the game, it's a struggle to know what's going on and who everyone is. It's insanely convoluted. Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts. Like, what do you mean? And then the other 2 are in Spanish, so I had Google Translate.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So it says, ugly in Xbox, the control of the worst is why this franchise should stay in PS because they could not adapt it. So I guess he couldn't use the Xbox
He was
controller.
too dumb to understand how to use an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
When it's the same thing as a PlayStation controller, basically.
The other one says, horrible the game, more childish than KH3, which doesn't make sense, but okay.
Wait, what is he saying? KH3?
Yeah, as in Kingdom Hearts.
I think Cage3. Okay.
No, KH3. More childish than KH3. I feel like he maybe typoed that number. Maybe KH2 is what he meant.
Yeah, I was like, isn't this KH3?
5 hours of game. 3 have been to see cinematic. Only 5 hours of game? Really? The videos last so long that when I finish, I have to look for the control of the console.
Interesting.
They're not that long. What are you talking about?
Okay, wait. Did you see the Saint magazine one for Xbox? Says it got it a 50. It said the game pitches itself as the finale to a series so many have grown up with, but it hasn't matured with its audience or video games as a medium. What does that even mean?
Hold on, let me look. Let me look for
It got a 50. Washington Post like gave it a score. Like, what are they doing? Like, they're a freaking
Slant
newspaper.
magazine. Let's see. Well, those are the
Slant. I thought it said Saint.
those are like the critic reviews, not the person.
No, I know that, but like, why is Washington Post
the game
on
pitches itself as
Metacritic?
a finale to a series so many have grown up, but it hasn't matured with its audience. Or it's not the finale to the series; it's the finale to like that storyline.
I know people,
And
I feel like
it has matured because the ending. Spoilers. The ending is kind of dark.
God, it's ruined for me. I'm just
Because
kidding. I'm never gonna play it.
the last cutscene that you have of Sora,
It's a mass genocide
he gets Thanos.
of Disney characters. He gets Thanos.
He gets Thanos.
Nice.
So it's
That's
like,
amazing.
what the frick? And like, okay, so here's my thoughts on the ending. Because like, it's the end of like this epic saga that's been going on for like 17 years. We finally beat the bad guy who's been behind like everything since like the start back in 2002. We finally beat him. And then Sora gets Thanos. And it's like, I just want him to have a happy ending. Like, why do you have to do this to him?
Question is, why did he get Thanos?
Because, okay, again, if you didn't hear me the first 3 times, spoilers. Because, so what happens is, like, during, like, the big final, like, battle sequence against Organization 13, Kairi, who's the main girl and, like, Sora's love interest, gets kidnapped.
Wow, there's love interest in this.
And then,
this is a child's game.
And then, like, at the end, when you're ready to take on, like, the final dude, the final boss, Xehanort,
Spoiler.
which is an anagram of the words no heart, but with an X added into it.
Of course, they added something that doesn't need to be there.
By
like
the
adding
way,
a decimal
did you
in a
know
number.
Yen Sid is Disney backwards?
Wait, say that again?
Yen Sid is Disney backwards. You know the mean.
Yes, I knew that. That was the first thing I
dude?
thought of.
Okay.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. So Kairi gets kidnapped, and then when you finally beat 12 of the 13 members of Organization 13, and you're at the last guy, Xehanort,
Sounds like a...
he
Sorry.
bless you. He basically like he uses his Keyblade and he like slices her body and like
Nice.
it's not like graphic or gory, but like
Mature.
her body basically
Rated
like disappears and turns into a spirit, and like she's technically like dead, but like not really. She's in like the sort of like in between world between like death and like sleep. So at the end, once you beat the bad guy and stuff, Sora goes into the world to rescue Kairi, but by doing so, he's basically like killing himself because like you're not supposed to be able to go to. It's called the final world because it's like the world between like death and sleep, basically. And like so, you're not supposed to be able to like go to the final world and like survive. Like you're supposed to die, basically. But he goes there to rescue Kairi, knowing full well like what'll happen to him. So he does, and then like the final like cinematic is like, you know, everyone's playing on the beach, they're all happy, and then him and Kairi are sitting on this palm tree, and it's really nice and emotional. And then he gets Thanos because he's not technically there because he's dead because he rescued Kairi. So then the secret ending shows him waking up in this brand new like strange place, which I mean it's not that brand new because like from a different video game series, but basically the point of the video game series he's in is like these kids are dead and they have to play like something called a Reaper's game to like get a second chance at life or something. So yeah, I know you probably understood maybe like 4 words of what I just said, but it's fine.
Thanos. I understood Thanos.
Yeah, you heard Thanos.
I wish I could have saw him get Thanos. But so other than that, so you tell us about like, did you liked the game? I'm assuming.
I freaking loved the game. I only have like maybe 3-4 problems with it, and they're not even like huge problems. Some of them are just sort of like nitpicky things. I would only say like one of them's a huge problem. But I'll start with the nitpicky things. I wish there were more worlds, but the trade-off to that, because like in Kingdom Hearts 2, we had like 15 worlds or 13 worlds or something like that. In this one, we got like 7. And
Interesting.
they were all pretty much revealed before the game came out, like through trailers and stuff. So it's like none of them were like a surprise. It was like, oh my god, it's freaking Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever.
I feel like that's such a 2019 game developer thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, let's just not give you a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll add more stuff, but they might,
I don't
guess.
think so.
Interesting.
So like that was one, but the trade-off to that is like, yeah, it's like half the worlds, but each world is like 2, maybe 3 times as big as the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2. So it's like, and there's like so much like verticality and like openness for the most part anyways with the worlds. So it's like, they don't just seem huge, like they feel huge too, if that makes sense. Like you can like jump off a cliff and like be all the way at the bottom, whereas like in Kingdom Hearts 2 there's like all these invisible walls, and there's invisible walls in this too, but like not as much, I feel like. And also just
according
like
to that one dude, the verticality's terrible, but he's also stupid, so
yeah,
doesn't matter.
Another nitpick thing is like the frozen level. So you basically, you land, you meet Elsa, you save her from some Heartless, you get stuck in this labyrinth. It's like, fine, whatever. You climb up the mountain, you watch literally, okay, this part is like, it's kind of cool, but like, it's kind of like stupid. Like, why? They basically, since it's Frozen, and I guess it's like Disney's biggest animated movie since like ever, they literally recreated the whole Frozen like music video in the game.
Interesting.
And like they added like little clips of like Sora, Donald, and Goofy be like, oh wow, oh my god, she's such a good singer and stuff like that. Just being like amazed. So that was the thing. But like, so you climb up all the way to the mountain to see her do that. Then you get knocked off the mountain. So then you have to climb up the mountain again. And then you get knocked off again. And each time you're climbing it takes like an hour to get up there, just because like I mean, if you skip everything, it takes like way less time. But if you're playing it for the first time, you're not going to skip things. So you basically spend 2 hours to climb up the mountain twice, to get knocked down twice. And then like you never go up the mountain again, and you fight the bad guy at the very end. And the bad guy is the same bad guy from the movie. His name is Hans, but like he doesn't have dialogue. He doesn't have lines. He just shows up out of nowhere, kidnaps Elsa, and like becomes
Freaking
evil.
Elsa.
And like he just like turns into like this evil monster, Heartless, for no reason. And just like, okay.
Oh my
It just makes, there's like no like warning or backstory to it. Like, why is he evil? Why is he suddenly like, why is he kidnapping Elsa? Why is he suddenly a Heartless or whatever? So like the Frozen world was like kind of weak. It's a fun world. It's just like the story in it was really weak. Some of the other nitpicks I have were, I wish they had reaction commands in it. So it's basically like in KH2, they, each enemy had like a different reaction command you could do. So like if it was about to do like this big move, you would get prompted for a reaction command. And if you press the button in time, you would do sort of like a counter move. And it was different for each enemy, because like each enemy did like a different thing. So like one of them could be like you just like dodge out of the way. One could be like you literally like slash them like a freaking, like you have like a samurai showdown, and like if you win, then like you just like annihilate them instantly. And they were really cool, and boss battles had them too, which was a lot of fun. It added like a lot of like fluid motion and like variety to the fight without just you spamming the attack button. And then, but they took that out in KH3, so like that was kind of disappointing. And then they took out they took out transformations called drive forms, which like they basically powered you up and let you dual wield, which was really cool. But that's kind of like countered by the fact that they let your weapon transform in this one. So it's like, yeah, you don't transform, but like your weapon can. So like it kind of evens out. It's not as cool, I don't think, though. But the biggest gripe I had, the actual like problem I have, is actually, there's one more nitpick. The secret boss is kind of meh, because like the first 2 games, it's Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Do you even know what he looks like?
Was that the one that was like looked really anime?
Yeah, he's got like the long silver hair, the one like dark angel wing and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the 13-foot long sword. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
that's
that.
Sephiroth. He's always been like super OP and like super fun to fight. He's not in this one. None of the Final Fantasy characters are, which kind of sucks. But like the secret boss is just like some like random heartless that you can just fight over and over and over again. It's like whatever. Um, so I mean, it's a fun fight, but it's just like, there's no like significance to it. Or at least with Sephiroth, it's like he had a little bit of like a small like side story with like him and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
But my biggest problem with the game is the Winnie the Pooh level, because
Interesting.
it's not. Some of these like reviews that I saw on here say it's not the 100-acre wood, it's the 1-acre wood, because you're only at Rabbit's house and that's it. Whereas in the past games, you could go to like everyone's house, you could go to like different parts of like the forest and stuff, and you don't get to do that here, which kind of sucks. And like you play, and Winnie the Pooh is not known for like this. Like the story in it doesn't matter to Kingdom Hearts. It's just like a side thing you can do. It's sort of like its own like isolated story. But the story like takes like 30 minutes. And like it's known for its fun mini games, but this time you're literally just playing like the same mini game 3 times, but it's like slightly different. It's like, oh, you have to help Rabbit pick vegetables. Just, shoot the matching vegetable to the ones it's. Have you ever played like Pokemon Puzzle League or games like that?
No.
Like
I'm terrible.
Like Bedazzled sort of or whatever.
I've played like you're talking about like
where it's like
jewels, like the jewels, you have to match them up.
Yeah. Like you have to match them up in like a line of like 4 or more or whatever.
Yeah, I've played that.
To make them disappear. Yeah, so it's like that, but with vegetables. And then it's like, okay, well now you got to help Rabbit collect fruit, but oh my gosh, the fruit are rolling down the hill, so make sure you collect them before they fall in the river. And then it's like, okay, now help Rabbit pick flowers, but make sure you get rid of the flowers so Rabbit can collect the honey pots hiding inside them. And it's just like, why? It's like the same mini game. Like you're just shooting things to match them up and make them disappear. Just 3 different times. And like it sucks because the first 2 games, the first game, like you find Winnie the Pooh's storybook and the pages are missing. So you have to, like, as you travel, you find the pages and you restore the book. The second game, the book gets like stolen and the pages get ripped out again. So you have to find them again. It's like, okay, fine. This time it's just like, yeah, here's the whole book, but you can only play 1 level in it. So it feels like it was just shoehorned in, and like the story in it like didn't have like any emotional weight or anything. Like you could honestly just like skip it and like you wouldn't miss anything at all.
Interesting.
Like I would have been okay with collecting like torn pages a 3rd time. I honestly wouldn't have minded. But yeah, those are like my only like nitpicks and my one like problem with the game. Other than that, it was freaking great. I streamed the whole thing on my twitch.tv/showofthejoe. It's archived, so it's not going anywhere. So if you want to watch the videos of that, you can. I beat it in 36 hours, I want to say.
Good speed run.
I think it was 36 hours. It was like high 30s. It might have been like 40. I don't think it was quite 40, but yeah, it was somewhere around there. And it's changed my life.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, okay. So they're known, the Kingdom Hearts, I don't know if Final Fantasy is like this, but Kingdom Hearts is known for its endings. Not just like the game ending, but like the post-credits cutscene and like the secret ending. Both of those are just like, what the frick? And like they have kept me up at night and I've not been able to sleep. Like last night, I went to bed early, like midnight. That's early for me. And I laid down on the head on the pillow and I'm just like, what does that cutscene mean? Like for an hour. And I'm just like, oh my God, go to sleep. Stop thinking about Kingdom Hearts. But like, what does it mean? So yeah, it's been great though. I've noticed I'm happier these past 2 days, even though I had to go back to work, unfortunately, instead of just staying home and playing Kingdom Hearts. But like, I just think about it and I'm like, I'm just so happy like that this is in my life. And shout out to my best friend, Derek, or specifically his wife and her family. because they got him a PS4 and Kingdom Hearts 3 for his birthday. So shout out to them for being awesome.
So now he can play PS4 with us.
Yeah, except he only has Kingdom Hearts on it.
Does he like any other games?
Okay, so like he likes games, but he doesn't really have. He's a teacher, so he doesn't necessarily have the money to always like buy games. And besides the PS4 he just got 3 days ago, his most current console was like a PS2.
Right, I remember that.
Or Dreamcast, whatever one came out after, or like latest or whatever.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, he's got like Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, PS2. I think he has a PS1, Nintendo 64. He's very much like a retro gamer, but like, so he's a teacher, so he doesn't have much money, but also, he doesn't always have time. So it's like, even if he could buy games, he wouldn't have the time to play them. So yeah, like I bought him Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 on Steam, like that triple pack or whatever, because it was like $5. And
right.
I told him like, hey dude, I sent you this, like check your email and like redeem it or whatever. He never redeemed it, and like after like a month or whatever of like a gift of like a gifted game on Steam not being redeemed, you get refunded. I got refunded. So
like $3.
It was like $5 or something. Yeah. So
hey man, you should buy that for me.
I don't know if it's on sale anymore.
No, it's fine. I can't play it right now anyways.
But yeah. So
I mean, that'll be interesting though.
But at
least
least
if he does have some time, he can play some games with us.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, freaking For Honor is free right now.
Yeah,
PS4.
but that's only if you have PS Plus.
Oh, okay. Well, I would assume he was gonna get it eventually.
No.
Like eventually. Maybe if they release Super Smash Brothers on PS4, he'll get that.
Never gonna happen. Oh, this does bring me to a theory I have. So again, I mean, this whole thing's been spoilers, but like, if you didn't hear me the first like 7 times, spoilers. This isn't really a spoiler though. Like, it doesn't mean anything, or does it?
My life's ruined.
One of the post-credit scenes shows two of the characters playing chess, and one of them wins or whatever. And then the one guy, who, funny enough, is played by Drake Bell. His voice actor is Drake Bell from Drake and Josh. I'm like, that blew my mind. I'm like, what? That's not the spoiler or anything. But like I said, I mean, they're playing chess. It's not really a spoiler. But he's like, hey, I heard of this new game. So he loads up 7 black pieces, like black chess pieces, on his opponent's side, and 1 chess piece, presumably 1 chess piece on his side, because you only ever see him put 1 down and then like it fades to black. And that got me thinking, like, people have been like asking for Sora to be in Smash Bros for like a while now, and I'm like, okay, so 7 versus 1, like free for all maybe, and that's 8 pieces total. There's 8 playable like character slots in Smash. Just saying, possibility. Sora's
my god, that's a
maybe
terrible
like,
theory.
Maybe that's like Square Enix like saying, hey, low key, Sora's confirmed for Smash. Just saying.
That's like me saying. Okay, so Monster Hunter has 46 letters in its title, right? So that means that 46, there's 46 different combinations for weapons that you can play in Monster Hunter. So that means by the transitive property that the next crossover is going to be RuneScape, because RuneScape, people have 46 fire making.
Okay, no, but see, here's the thing. That'd
be hilarious.
That's just poppycock, what you just said.
I don't even know what that word means, but okay. I think that's a made-up word. And according to
Poppycock
Thor, all words are made up.
Poppycock is not a made-up word.
Because I watched Infinity War again yesterday.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it's freaking amazing.
I watched Solo the other day. It was actually pretty good. It was very predictable, but it was good.
Oh, wait, you didn't see it before?
Solo? No.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. I thought it was fine. I liked the ending, like the guy who showed up at the end. All right, well, spoilers. If you guys didn't hear spoilers.
The first 8 times, yeah. Even though it's a completely different thing. But yeah, so like the thing with Square Enix, what you said is poppycock, but the thing with Square Enix and like at least Kingdom Hearts, their endings, there's always 2 meanings to the endings. So it's like that could be just like foreshadowing, like, oh, maybe there's like the next game, it's like Sora versus like 7 like Reapers or something, or whatever he has to, like 7 enemies. But it could also mean like he's confirmed for Smash Bros. I'm just saying. You heard it here first. If it is true, Joe was the one who confirmed it first.
I hate it. I hate it so much. That's cocky pop, dude.
Cocky pop is poppycock.
I know, but I call it cocky pop because that's made up.
I hate you.
What was I gonna tell you? Freaking dude! Next month, apparently, they're supposed to release the season pass for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But
Yeah,
all right,
overall
well,
thoughts. Game's amazing. Changed my life. And I love it so much.
Well, Joe's found his new love. This is actually his new girlfriend for this year.
Yep.
On his New Year's resolution.
Legit though, like my whole plan for 2019 was just play Kingdom Hearts 3. Now that that's done, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself until August.
Well, you still have a lot of content to do.
Yeah.
Because you still have to 100% and stuff.
Well,
right?
I'm working on that. Don't worry. I'm like basically almost done.
Yeah, but what are you going to do after that then? Where are you going to play it again?
I might. I'm not sure if I want to do a level 1 run, like try it, because I know that'll be really stressful. Or if I'll just like play it in my free time and like stream something else. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Well, we'll find something for you.
Yeah,
this
but
year.
It's not even like games. It's just like, what do I do with my life? You know, like
Oh my
that was my whole life in 2019, and now like it's over. It's been completed.
Just
So.
do Kingdom Hearts themed stuff all year. So
Oh yeah,
do
totally.
voice acting for Kingdom Hearts.
I would love.
room.
Oh, here's a really cool, like, I guess it's an Easter egg. I don't know. So they have like a contest or something. So they have like a mobile game called Union Cross, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Just so you know, you can like get your titles even more confused. But they had like a contest or something, and 200 of the players of that game got their names put into the game. So they are now part of the Kingdom Hearts canon forever and ever and ever. And I'm so jealous.
That is cool.
And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like there's like one of the big like moments at like the final battle like area is like you have to like use it's called the Keyblade Graveyard. So it's like all these like fallen Keyblades of like fallen like, you know, people basically. And like you basically summon them all and like use them to like fight like this giant tornado of Heartless. And it's
why
awesome.
don't you just do like speed runs and stuff then? Like try to do something
because that's a lot of work.
It's not a lot of work.
Yeah, it is because you have to memorize like everything. And like,
well, if you like
practice
Kingdom Hearts that
everything.
much, why don't you like do stuff like that?
I mean, I like it, but like
to keep
I'd
challenging yourself.
I'd rather just like watch people do that. I don't want to like stress myself out with trying to like perfect everything.
Yeah, but you don't have anything else to do with your life. You said.
Well, my life is complete, so it's fine.
Okay.
What is
just
this
giving you
picture you
ideas.
posted in?
It's just
Discord?
some dude with a really big neck.
Oh my god.
It's just something I found, and I was like,
Jeez.
wow.
Alright.
So you're supposed to ask me Metacritic stuff, right?
Yes, I have 3 right here, raring
Okay,
and
I'm
ready
ready.
to go.
I'm ready.
All right, first game. Metascore of 84, user score of 8.2. It's rated T for team or for Tom. Sorry. It is a strategy, turn-based, and tactics game. And I won't say the developer because
Strategy, turn-based, and tactics.
it might give it away, but I don't know. We'll see. The Principality of Gallia, a small neutral country between 2 superpower nations, suddenly faces invasion at the hands of the Empire. In the face of an overwhelming military power, the Gallian army has lost all hope. However, a ragtag volunteer militia has risen up against all odds to fight off the invading Imperial army. Through various situations born of the extreme nature of war, this large-scale strategy RPG depicts themes such as living life to the fullest and the importance of human relationships.
It sounds like Star Wars. You said Imperial.
God,
I don't know what
this game is so
strategy
good.
game is. But you've played it before?
Yeah, I freaking love this game. I actually
Wait.
I just bought it on Steam today too because it's on sale for like
You just
$7.
what?
I just bought it on Steam today because it's on sale for $7.
Is it an old game?
It originally came out on PS3 and then they remastered it for PS4.
What?
The developer is
Huh.
Sega, if that helps.
That doesn't help. So it's an RTS.
No, it is not an RTS.
It's a strategy RPG.
It's a strategy turn-based RPG.
heck? Sega.
Sega.
I was gonna say Command and Conquer Generals, but that game is like
Never heard of that.
I know that I don't know.
That sounds like one of those like stupid like iPhone games that wants to be like Clash of Clans or something.
No, that's a PC. It's like a StarCraft kind.
Yeah,
of
I know. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like.
Crap. I don't know. Sega's World of Mayhem.
No.
What is it?
It is Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh,
the first
gosh.
one. We did. I know we did Valkyria Chronicles 4 in like a previous.
Yeah, we
one,
did.
like one of the earlier ones, the first 10. But yeah, this is the first one, the best one in my opinion.
Interesting. Okay, you and Sean played that.
Yeah, Sean's the one who like told me about this back when Blockbuster was still a thing.
Rip Blockbuster.
Because like he was like,
I miss
"Hey,
Blockbuster.
I heard this game's really good." So like I got the demo I think on PS3, and then I was like, "Yes." And then or maybe like I got like maybe I rented it from Blockbuster and played it. I don't remember. But then I bought it and I played it and I loved it. And then I played it again and again. And then I got the DLC. All right, so you missed that one. That's okay. All right.
I'm ready.
Metascore of 91. User score of 9.1. It has the Metacritic stamp of must play.
Never seen that before.
I guess if they get 90 or above or something. It is an action adventure survival. You might actually get this one. Rated M for Mom. In this game, the classic action, tense exploration, and puzzle-solving gameplay that defined the series returns. Players join rookie police officer blank and college student blank who are thrust together by a disastrous outbreak in Raccoon City that transformed its population into deadly zombies.
What?
Both characters have their own separate playable campaigns, allowing the players to see the story from both characters' perspectives. The fate of these two fan-favorite characters is in players' hands as they work together to survive and get to the bottom of what is behind this terrifying attack on the city. Will they make it out alive?
Plants vs. Zombies.
No.
I'm just kidding. Gosh, I don't know, dude. I know like Raccoon City's probably like I've heard of that, and I know it's probably everyone's probably like, "Wow, you're an idiot because you don't know what that is." But I really don't know what that is. What was the genre again?
Action, adventure, survival.
Action, adventure, survival. And it's a returning series. Oh, is it Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason why I thought of that is because I knew that game came out recently, and that's the only second game I could think of that
I never
had a 2
played
in the title.
these, but I guess this is the best
either.
one, and so like they're like, "Frick it, let's remake it," and apparently it's really freaking good.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people streaming that. That's literally the only reason I guess that is because it had a 2 in its title, and I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe that's it."
Mm-hmm.
And it has zombies. Okay, interesting.
All right. The final review. I feel like we need like the freaking like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music where it goes and like the lights like focus on you.
I know, right? Please, I really want that.
Now it's time for the $1 million question. Metascore of 86. User score of 8.2. It is an action RPG, action adventure, fantasy, role-playing, action RPG.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
I knew it was that because it got a Metascore of 86.
Yeah, I was like, frick, he's looking at the freaking reviews.
Well, I saw that earlier, and I was like, he's going to do Kingdom Hearts 3. I know it.
Yeah, I mean, you would have guessed it anyway, just from the first sentence.
I know, because I was looking at 2, and I was like, I wonder if I could do this for Joe one week. And I was like, I don't think there's any way possible he would not get this.
This tells the story of the power of friendship and light versus darkness.
Would you have got it from right there?
Yes.
What if I would have just made up words?
I would have.
That would have been cheating, I guess.
But like, I actually thought about, because like I read that first sentence, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna give it away. I mean, I don't care. This is basically a freebie. But I read that and I'm like, I should do Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 as well for like the other reviews, just so it's like every sentence is like, this tells the story of the power of friendship and light versus darkness. Just be like, Kingdom Hearts 3. No, you're wrong. It's Kingdom Hearts 1. Next.
Oh my gosh. Well, that'll wrap up this week's podcast, everyone. I had a lot of talk about games that we played, so you guys should check them out. Look forward to some more Kingdom Hearts stuff, probably, and then
spoilers.
Spoilers, yep. and then I'll let you know how Division is throughout the next weeks if I get it. Yep, Anthem. I had Division on my mind too because I keep seeing things about Division 2. That's also something I want to try. But we'll let you know, guys. Make sure to follow us on twitch.tv/BrowWeGotThis and Joe's channel, twitch.tv/JoeTheJoe.
I updated my panels. It looks really good.
Finally. Yep. So if you want to watch us play, just come to that. Right now, I am currently not streaming until I get my computer, which I'm hoping will be the next week and a half. I think I'll be able to save up my stuff for that. So then I will be back streaming. But Joe is streaming at least like 3 days a week. But he's been streaming a little more every now and then. But yeah, you guys should come watch us play sometime. And Joe, do you have anything else?
Yeah. A quick shout out to Laura Hamo for following our Facebook page. Probably got this, even though like we don't post there.
Yeah, that's Janelle's mom.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Shout out to Janelle's mom.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. It's weird they have different last names. Anyways,
well, that's her stage name.
I don't care. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Different name. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's my stage name too.
I hate you.
Yeah, so if you are interested in watching me like freak out and fangirl over Kingdom Hearts 3, you can watch the VOD, the video on demand. That's what it stands for, by the way. On my Twitch, twitch.tv/ShowTheJoe. You can catch me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe the weekends too. You can check out some of the videos Adam's been doing here on YouTube. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Do you want to like shout out like the song Janelle did or something? Get the word out that like you're like dating like a superstar now.
So she hasn't released a song yet, but she has an EP hopefully coming out.
I mean, what about that collab that you showed me? That like
that's already out. That's
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You guys should check out. What is it called? It has like an interesting name. Hold on.
It was like Anywhere, Anytime by Armed.
Yeah, it's Anywhere Solo Riders. You guys check out that EDM song if you guys like EDM. It's pretty good. It's by Ahmed and then featuring my girlfriend and someone else who also streams RuneScape apparently.
I thought his name was Armed, not Ahmed.
No, it's Ahmed.
Really? Okay. Well,
yeah, he's like Moroccan.
Shows how much I know.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Just remember to have faith, be great, and we'll see you guys next time. And
see you down under
as always. Yep, exactly.
Next podcast, we're going to do it in all accents. I promise.
Oh my gosh.
Better start practicing. I really want to do a Scottish accent.
That would be good. Janelle can.
Greg Googly Moogly. All right.
Oh my gosh. All right. See you guys.
Later.